This is the fully operated vertical sliding unit, VS unit. And the way it works is you press these two catches in and you drop it down to a block which is located here, and there's another block there. So again, the more you want it open, the further you drop it down. We don't recommend this for commercial usage, because if you're heavy-handed with it, you can cause damage. So we do recommend this for small units or units that you never open. For example, if you've got a three-sided bay, you might want the two outer units as vertical sliders because you don't use them. It'll save you a little bit of expense, and you might want the main front unit as a balanced vertical slider, which I'm going to show you next. So that's the manually operated vertical sliding secondary unit. Next we have the balanced option. See there, it takes no effort. Now this is very small, so the mechanism is a little over the top for such a small unit, but it takes no effort at all to use that. We do recommend that for commercial applications. This is the balanced vertical slider again. This one has a slightly different function in that you slide those two catches in, it drops in for cleaning. Now it is very, very, very important that they're engaged correctly, or if they're not engaged correctly, it can fall out. So again, we're not really recommending these for commercial applications. Commercial application might be a guest house or a hotel, where people who've no knowledge of how these work are operating them, and there can be problems. Obviously, if it's in your house, you're going to show everybody in the household how it operates. If it's in a hotel, you can't give every guest a guided tour of how the windows work. So we don't really recommend that for again, what I'm terming commercial applications, offices, anything like that. Really not recommended. But like you can see, it's a nice action. We've then got a simple lift out. This is a basic unit, recommended where the prime window, that's your existing window, doesn't open. Not recommended for very large units. You know, you can see here that to operate this window, I've got to grab these two flanges, lift up and out. Can you imagine trying to do that on a unit that's perhaps 4 foot wide, 6 foot high? And we do get a lot of inquiries from people who just want the absolute bare minimum, the cheapest. Well, the difference between these two windows, for example, if we take a window approximately 1200 square, which is about 4 foot square, one of these 4 foot square as compared to one of these 4 foot square, there's a difference of about 10 or 15 pounds. This is a 2-panel horizontal slider. You release this little catch and the unit slides quite easily back and forward. Close it. Obviously we're inside, so it's impossible from outside, as with all of these, to break the existing window and magically open these. You have to be inside to operate the window. On this one we're demonstrating a lock. We don't recommend this lock at all. Why do we not recommend it? There's sufficient security with your existing window and this secondary window to foil any attempt at a break-in. if you do lock these windows, in the event of a fire, you're going to have problems, potential problems getting out. Keys are easily lost. Easily lost. Flames are lapping round your bum. Smoke is trying to choke you. And you've got to try and operate. And I can't even operate it, and there's no flames here. So we don't recommend locking these units. We offer that because we have to. We don't like to. For cleaning, lift up and out. It takes roughly the same time to do it as to say it. So again, so they're removable for cleaning. You will have to make sure, especially on the bigger units, that you put these units back exactly where you got them from. One big common error is people put them in upside down and wonder why they won't slide. Well, they won't slide because the little wheels are at the top. If you don't put them back in exactly the same order, so this is when you're installing and later when you're cleaning, you will have problems. This is our 3-panel horizontal slider, self-evident. This unit is used for exhibitions. GlassX, which is the National Glass Exhibition it's been used on, and home building and renovation, it's been used on them. The units here are mainly for commercial use. Ideal in commercial applications, bit over the top for domestic applications. This unit is something you will want to know about because you use this for French and patio doors. What you've got to do is make sure if your existing door opens into the room, you have to make sure that your door will clear that threshold. Our technical people can advise you in all aspects of whether these products will work in your situation. So there's our exhibition. The plastic trim has deliberately not been fitted because we dismantle this. The plastic trim would normally be siliconed. Well, once you silicone it, you can't get it back off again. So on an exhibition unit, it does look a little unsightly. We do have to apologise to people when they come in and look. But on an exhibition unit, there's nothing you can do about it. We've got a couple of small lift outs here. We've got obviously an arched unit here. It's a balanced vertical slider. You can see because there's a little more weight in it than the one I showed you earlier, it does operate a little bit better.